Hi everybody, welcome to Andy's Beer Reviews. Thanks for joining me tonight. Again, I know it's Tuesday and the second review. I just want to have this not drinking malarkey, will I? Yeah, slow down after this. I just hard day at work, so I just felt like having another beer. This is the Cairngorm Wildcat. It's from the Cairngorm Brewing Company in Avonmore. It's what I suppose what we'd class as an extra special bitter or beer. It is a beer. It is a strong beer. Comes in at 5.1% ABV. I think these guys, if you look at Scottish breweries, I think these guys are probably sorry, I got puppy here yet again. I think these guys have won more awards for their beers than any other brewery up in Scotland. What's the matter, Hella? What's the matter? No matter. No matter. Hey? See you in a bit. Yeah, you're scared of what she's going to pick up in this place. Paid £4.50, I think it was, from Bottle Shops near Falkirk, I think this one was. Can't remember. The time spent up there recently is kind of merged into one visit. Talk about Bottle Shops, that's I'm sure everybody's seen it in the news, the what's it, the Pub Society, the British Beer and Pub Association sent an open letter to the government and to the potential new leaders, or both. I think it's both of them. Another motorbike passing. Just saying they need to do something about the pub industry to kind of save the pub industry, which follows off the back of, I think it was last week, the Sebra in Camera. They sent an open letter to the Chancellor saying they've got to do something. I think actually they sent a proposal in as well. So I think they want to reduce duty charges in pubs overall by 5%. So in effect making everything 5% cheaper, potentially in pubs. And they're also asking for a cap on energy price as well to predominantly help independent brewers who do need our help right now. They really do. And that reduction would kind of start to, not fully, but start to make pubs, I suppose, a little bit more competitive with supermarkets and that take-home trade. Maybe we should do like did the Eat Out to help out. Maybe we should do a Drink Out to help out. Maybe we should get a 50% discount all paid by the government on our beers. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? So that has poured to the beer. That has poured a dark amber colour. I think it did a bit of gassing, didn't I? But it did have a good one finger just off Whitehead. Looks good. Let's get the aroma, shall we? That's quite nice. I'm getting it's muted a little bit, turned down just a touch, but I'm getting some caramel off there, a bit of fruit, kind of your raisins and your figgy aromas. It smells good. It smells like a really good bitter actually. Cheers everybody. Oh, it tastes good as well. Oh, nice levels of carbonation in that one. The way I emptied it yesterday. Yes, if you think about it, I think this letter today, sorry, just back to this government and helping the brewing industry a little bit. If you think about the things brewers need to brew beer, hops are expensive anyway. Malts are going up in price. I think it's been suggested that they've gone up 200% or something ridiculous, or doubled in price. I can't remember what it was, but they've gone up massively in price. Aluminium's gone up in price. Glass has gone up in price. They're all related to the brewing industry itself because they've got to heat stuff to brew the beer. That's energy intensive. So your aluminium, your glass, all that's energy intensive as well. And like I say, you've got the raw materials with the hops and malted barley, which is just showing all the prices up. And CO2, I think we're still struggling with CO2. I think we struggled over the pandemic, didn't we? And I know there's recently been, I think they get a lot of it from fertiliser companies, and the fertiliser companies, so they're closing down for a little while as well. So this is an industry that's been on its knees through the pandemic. Very fragile at the moment. You've got to look at the stuff they're doing with the manpower, struggling with manpower, struggling with all these costs. It's horrendous, and the government just have to step in and do something. Right, back to the beer. That is nice. That is nice. That is really good. Strong bitter. Those caramel flavours are there. That's quite nice. Get a little bit of floralness from that as well. And just there's a lot more fruit on the aroma than these on the flavour, but there's a little bit in the background of the fruit flavours. And a nice little bit of earthiness in there as well. Maybe picking up a little bit of licorice in there as well. That is a nice pint. So what can the government do? Well, I didn't know this until today, although I've worked in the energy industry. But business customers, they don't have the prices capped, their energy prices capped. Domestic do. And we are getting a little bit of help, probably not enough, but business customers don't have that same cap that we have in the domestic market, so they can put the price up. Where there was somebody on the radio on the way home, they do some glass, how did they word it, wasn't production, glass processing. I don't know what they do when they call it glass processing. I don't know if it's about the recycling or the making glass stuff. I don't know what it was, but it's glass processing. I think last year their energy bills were working out about £150,000 per annum, and they've worked out that it could soon be £1 million per annum for energy bills, because it's that intensive. They've got to keep these flames on all the time to produce gas. They've got to keep the flames on all the time to produce the aluminium. So it is a really, really sticky situation, and other than businesses can't really cut down on energy costs, the government have to step in. There's no other way around it. And I think what's annoying me at the moment about the government not stepping in is they're waiting until September when the new leaders are announced, and then sort it out. Haven't we got a government now? Can't we do it? I'm sure they are doing something, but can't we announce something now for businesses? It's horrendous. We will lose. And I know the big six, the British Beer, the British Beer and Pub Association, BBPA. I know they're mainly worried about the pub situation, but for me it's the brewers. It's the breweries that need the help. Without the breweries, pubs don't have anything to sell. So they look after these breweries. Something else I didn't realise is there's something called a draft beer rate, and in 2011 the duty was cut on that, but it's only on people who could supply kegs and barrels over 40 litres. A lot of your microbreweries, a lot of your small breweries are only producing something like 20 and 30 litres, and it didn't include them, so they never got a cut on the duty. The government have got to address that, so that draft beer rate has got to come down to help these smaller brewers. Guys like this, I mean, I honestly don't know how big they are. If they can produce stuff in 40 litres, then they're kind of happy, I suppose, to some extent. But if they can't, if they're using kegs and casks that are 20 and 30 litres, the duty is more expensive than the big boys, and that's the problem. And that is the problem. That it's got to be a level playing field, and not just help the big brewers, which is all the changes they've made in the last couple of years have ever done. Help the big brewers and not help the little guys. The breweries that we as drinkers, we like to drink them, don't we? We like to drink. I don't mind drinking big, Marston beers, Green King, all the big brewers. Don't mind drinking them. But I love drinking beers from smaller breweries as well. Absolutely adore it. And we are going to lose some. Because of what's happening, we are going to lose some of these small breweries. But when you lose somebody like a small brewer, that's it. You don't get them back. There is a bit of licorice in there as well. That's really nice. You don't get them back. That's it. They've gone for good. So I don't know what it is they can do. I really don't know what it is they can do. All I know is the government's got to act now. They've got to do something now. You can't wait for a new leader. I don't think Boris watches my video, so I know it's pointless me saying that anyway. There's got to be an energy cap for business customers. They've got to have that. They've got to have some help paying the bills like domestic customers have. And I'm talking about the brewing industry. And I'm sure the food industry is exactly the same. I'm sure a lot of the food industry is heavily energy intensive as well. But I don't do food reviews, just do beer reviews. That's all I care about. Right, a smooth, deep, amber-coloured beer with a complex malt, fruit and hop flavour, strong and distinctive, like the powerful, sleek Scottish Wildcat. It's named after. I don't know if I showed you properly the artwork. There you go. I honestly don't know if I like the artwork, to even be brutally honest. But the beer's great. The beer is really good inside the bottle. So, a recap, I suppose. It's malty, lots of caramel on the nose, hints of fruit. It's warming up a little bit now I'm in here, and it's the aroma and the flavours are just bursting out now. Caramel and fruit on the aroma, caramel and fruit on the flavour. That fruit flavour is becoming stronger. I'm getting a bit floral on the flavour as well. A little bit of something that tastes a little like licorice, if we get the words out. You wouldn't think it's my first one tonight, would you? In there as well. So, yeah, it's a nice one. It's smooth, it's creamy. The bitterness at the back end is nice. It's starting off quite mild, but it's building, and it's got quite a dry finish. And a nice lingering caramel flavour on the back end. Now let's be honest, sorry, back to this again, just start with a point. Breweries can put the prices up, but there's a thing called price elasticity, isn't there? That breweries can put the price up and we'll still buy the beers, and it'll drop off a little bit because it becomes too expensive for a lot of people. Quite understand that. But we'll get to a stage where you can't keep putting prices up that it'll just snap and people just won't buy it anymore, and that's that price elasticity. You know, you can get a lot more out of the market, you can get a lot more revenue and profit by putting your prices up, but the volume always goes down. I remember that from my business study days. I've warbled on a lot, and I hope you've got that it's a nice beer, basically. And yeah, we're talking about bottle shops, so we can get this from a bottle shop, and that started off a discussion about what was in the news. Government's got to do something. End of that. Score wise, 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 for managed beer reviews. Until next review, enjoy what you're drinking tonight. Cheers, everybody.